morning. We are going to continue with videos outside of what you're going to be doing, during your MAP testing. So in science this week, we'll be learning about the nervous system. And we have some pages from your Delta Reader book. And what do you all know already about the nervous system, first of all? We already know nerves throughout your body basically tell you what you're feeling. So nerves are also connected to the brain. So the brain is a big part of the nervous system that we're going to be learning about. And you've got brains all throughout your body. Any feelings that you get are because of your nerves. They're also connected to every one of the systems that we've learned about. So everything in your body is really connected to the nervous system. All of your systems obviously work together, but this one is really part of every single system. So let's find out about some of the major organs in your nervous system and some of the major jobs of the nervous system. Okay, now the nervous system controls almost everything that your body does. It coordinates different body systems. That means it makes sure they work together. Together. The nervous system includes the brain, the nerves, and the spinal cord. So here's a diagram of what that looks like. So there's your brain. The spinal cord is part of it as well. And major nerves, it's pointing out here, but nerves are all throughout your body. So brain, spinal cord, nerves. Now the brain is what we might call the command center of the whole body because the brain lets you think and feel. It also stores your memories. It controls most voluntary actions, such as walking and running. It also controls many involuntary actions. What are some involuntary things that we've learned about? Breathing and your blood flow, for example. So your brain is the command center because, thinking through everything that we've learned about, like the muscular system, it is what, sends those decisions of what to do with your muscles, whether it's voluntary or involuntary. Your skeletal system, like it's telling your body to move in a certain way as well. The digestive system that we just talked about, it's what's actually sending messages to your body. For example, when you need to go to the bathroom, that's something that the nervous system sends a message about. And breathing, even though that's mainly involuntary, the nervous system helps you to consciously make some efforts with that. And circulatory system. So your brain controls actions, whether they are involuntary, like circulatory system, everything having to do with your blood flow, that's all involuntary. You're not consciously thinking of it, but your brain is helping that process. It's controlling that process, that is. And when you're breathing, that's involuntary, but your brain is controlling it. Now, your brain has three main parts. They're called the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and the brain stem. I would like to pull up a picture of each of those parts because our book does not have that, and I think it's good for you to have. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is from Johns Hopkins. We've got the major parts of the brain here, the cerebrum, the cerebellum down here at the bottom, and yeah, it's just weird, but that's the brain stem right there. Okay, let's actually read this from the website from Johns Hopkins, and then I'll give you some more information from the book. Okay, now the cerebrum, which is the front of the brain, is composed of right and left hemispheres, which are joined by the corpus callosum. Now, functions of the cerebrum right here include the initiation of movement, the coordination of movement. Initiation of movement means the start of, like if your brain is telling your legs to move faster and faster, to run. Coordination of movement is like if you're playing a sport and you're having to use your legs, your core and your arms all at the same time to like catch a football. That's coordination of movement as all of those movements work together. It also includes temperature, meaning an understanding of how hot or cold something is, touch, vision, hearing, judgment, even reasoning, problem solving, emotions, and learning. That's a huge amount. Okay, so that has to do with your physical body and the way that it works, but also it has to do with your thoughts, judgment, reasoning, problem solving, emotions, and learning. All of that is part of the cerebrum, this main top part. Right, going back to the book for a moment, to what it says it helps you speak, remember, and solve problems. It also takes in information from your senses. Okay, so this is good extra information for us. Now the brainstem says middle of the brain, includes the midbrain, the pons, and the medulla. Now functions of this area include movement of the eyes and mouth, relaying sensory messages such as hot, pain, and loud. Basically for this one, it's not, we already know that touch and temperature are up here in the cerebrum, but the brainstem relays those messages. So your brainstem tells the parts of your physical body when something is hot, painful, or loud. Sorry, boys and girls, I'll be right back. Yeah, sorry, just finishing up, but I'll chat more with you later. Bye. Okay, sorry about that, boys and girls. So we've got the brainstem here, which relays those messages. So like it will tell you if something is painful and hot to move your hand away from it. And if something's loud, to cover your ears, for example. It also involves respirations, consciousness, cardiac function, which is your heart, right? So respirations, the respiratory system, consciousness, and cardiac function, involuntary muscle movements, sneezing, coughing, vomiting, and swallowing. So basically, a lot of these are involuntary things that the brainstem is responsible for, whereas a lot of the cerebrum parts are voluntary, like you're thinking through what is going on, and the brainstem, it's not really conscious that you're thinking of it. And then cerebellum is the last part. Cerebellum is back of the brain. It is located at the back of the head. Its function is to coordinate voluntary muscle movements and to maintain posture, balance, and equilibrium. So yeah, that's the main part, main reason that we have main function of the cerebellum, to basically put all of your movements together. Posture and balance, it's all about that equal balance of how all of the muscle groups are working together. So the cerebellum is the main part of that. So yeah, that's basically what your book says on that one as well. And then brainstem, yeah, going back to our book away from the website, it's telling more about its involuntary actions more than voluntary. So cerebrum is mainly voluntary, cerebellum, everything working together, and brainstem, involuntary. Next, it says the nerve cells can pass information to one another. A bundle of nerve cells is called a nerve. So a nerve is a whole group of nerve cells. Nerves stretch throughout the body. The spinal cord is a long, thick cord of nerve tissue that runs from the brain down through the spine. That is not a very good picture, so I will show a different one as well in just a moment. Now, the spinal cord connects the brain to many nerves in the body. The nervous system also includes the sense organs. That means skin, tongue, ears, nose, and eyes. Those are all sense organs. They take in information from your surroundings. Now, nerves pass this information to the spinal cord and brain. Then the brain tells the body how to respond. Now, a lot of this is involuntary. For example, if you have something very hot or very cold touch your skin, you immediately flinch and react, moving your body away from whatever it is. You don't consciously think, oh, that's hot, I better move away. It just happens. And for your tongue, if you eat something incredibly spicy, then your body reacts to that. Your ears, nose, and eyes also in the same way are part of this. So communication between your sense organs, your brain, and other body parts happens almost instantly. Think about riding your bike. What happens if you see a dog run in front of you? Nerves from your eyes send signals to the brain. Then your brain quickly sends signals telling your body to steer the bike away. Now, sometimes nerves can work together without the brain. Sometimes you touch something hot. You pull your hand away without even thinking about it. That's a reflex. Reflexes help keep the body safe. Sneezing and coughing are other reflexes. So your nervous system and brain are responsible for a lot of voluntary and involuntary functions, and basically how all of your body systems work together. And this is actually the last of our body systems that we are going to be learning about. We will learn about the eye in more detail. That is not something that is a separate, like a separate system altogether, but I've got this great eye model, and we're going to be learning more about eyes, which also makes sense because we learned about how sight works somewhat. Or light, that is, light waves. So we'll learn all about the eye later on. Got this very cool model. Wish that you guys were in school in person so that we could use this more. But anyway, we'll talk more about this later on, and we'll continue talking about the nervous system throughout the rest of this week. So I'll have some notes for you guys tomorrow. I'll have some other videos to go through the nervous system. And yeah, I hope that map testing is going well for all of you. And I hope that you're not feeling too burned out from the computer. I know it's a lot, but keep it up. You guys are doing great. I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.